want to win every battle, I shouldn't step in the ring. It was a tough battle. I got beat that night, but I feel I'm good enough, and I feel I can correct my wrongs. I've done it before in the past. I've come from a tough background, and I've built myself to now. Ruiz beating me isn't near as anything as difficult to what I've been through, so I know it's a challenge I can overcome, and I know it's one I can win, and I can't wait for that rematch.
Did you question how good you are, how good you... Did you?
Yeah, after I lost, I said, man, am I good enough? But then I asked myself, if I lack in skill, I'm going to build up my fitness. If I lack in fist, I'm going to build up my skill. So where I'm not so good in, I'm going to add in different aspects, and that way I can become a full 360 fighter, because at the minute, you know, I can just run through fighters, boom, hooks, or right hands, and they go down. But the question is, when they start throwing back, defend, counter, slipping shots, and I'm going to start adding different aspects. This is my chance to add everything I wanted to add years back.
Okay, those are words of Anthony Joshua. You know, and I purposely did not make a video about this right away, because I know that you're going to have the Joshua haters. You're going to have the people that don't like Anthony Joshua or look for negative comments that Anthony Joshua makes, like this one. You know, you had Blue Blood, you had especially Boxing Ego. I have to counterpunch them now, and they both did a video. I know Boxing Ego did one concerning this topic when Anthony Joshua questioned his ability and how good he was. You know, he was truthful about that. A lot of people felt he was too truthful. Well, that's their own opinion. But it's one of these things where you take someone's words and you twist them. Let me explain. Boxing Ego made a video talking about this subject and questioning is he good enough of a fighter? You know, without really looking at the whole video, right? It's only a 59-second fucking clip. But he took it as though Joshua questioned his ability, then turned around and says, I'll smash AJ. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'll smash Andy Ruiz. And his thing was, this is how he twisted it. He says, well, how are you trying to say you question your ability if you're good enough, then in the same interview say I'll crush Andy Ruiz in the next fight or beat him wherever, you know, he's at? That doesn't make sense. He's mental, delusional, he sounds bipolar. These are the words that Boxing Ego was saying. And I've always been a strong believer, me counterpunching people. People do things for certain reasons. They do things because they have a dislike for a fighter or a person, you know. And I did a video a while back when Ego attacked Joshua again on some mediocre shit about British fans having to stay up to 3 o'clock in the morning or some shit. I don't know, maybe you guys caught that video. But I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you talking about shit that you can't do anything about? You're worried, you British fans, you guys have to stay up 3 in the morning to watch a fight on pay-per-view. I'm like, what the fuck do you think they were doing for the last 20 years when Lennox Lewis was fighting? Or, you know, or other fighters that were fighting over across this side of the pond when they were back home. Okay, it's a time difference. You know, it made no sense. And then I caught the intel of why Boxing Ego goes after Joshua. Backstory, quickly. Joshua used some of Anthony Joshua's video and he got flagged. That pissed him off. You know, and of course, if you keep getting flagged, you can get demonetized. And that's his livelihood. He makes videos from fucking ants fucking tripping over a branch, right? He does that type of shit. So he needs that. He makes more videos than fuck I do. Ellie Setback, you know, maybe not more than Ellie Setback, but he makes a lot of videos. And now I see why he's so adamant on, oh, well, he's delusional. I don't mean no disrespect. I'm not trying to be funny. But no, you're attacking this guy, and if he would have been paying attention to what he was saying, he said when he was beaten by Andy Ruiz, when he was beaten, right after he was beaten, he questioned, was he good enough? There's nothing wrong with that. However, I do agree with Boxing Ego with this. I wouldn't have told the public. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that shit. You know, that's being a little bit too personal. But then, who's to say to that Anthony Joshua that he's being too personal? You know what I mean? I mean, that's up to him. You know, that's his opinion. That's his prerogative. That's what he has to do. That's what he done. You know, but he did question. But he said, well, what I need to work on, I will work on. If I need to work on the physical side, I'll work on the physical side. If I'm lacking the skill side, I'll work on that. And from that, I believe that I can beat Andy Ruiz. I don't see how you can twist that. You know, in the same interview, he says, yeah, well, I question my ability, but then I say I'll crush him, I'll batter him. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, it's clearly obvious that Boxing Ego does not like Anthony Joshua. But he can't stop making videos about Anthony Joshua because he's the hottest boxer and the hottest topic that people search for. He's not an idiot. Okay, so I know the reasons why you have certain guys making Anthony Joshua videos. If you had no Anthony Joshua in boxing, fucking boxing would be pretty boring. You'd have a lot of fights that don't happen, right? What would we be talking about without Joshua? Deontay Wilder and Fury? What the fuck was the significance between Fury and Wilder? Before Joshua and Wilder? Nothing. Fucking Tyson Fury was sitting on his ass somewhere. Still fat. Nobody cared about Fury. Fury rejuvenated himself and he used the strength of Anthony Joshua to do it. And so did Deontay Wilder. But even those guys can't do it by themselves. They don't sell enough. They're not marketable enough. You know? So a lot of these guys should be thanking Joshua. You know, and that's from the fighters to the promoters to down to the fucking content creators. They should be thanking this guy because people are interested in Anthony Joshua, especially after he took an L. Because they want to see if he can come back. They want to see if it wasn't hype. They want to see all the haters and the naysayers and the people that criticize, right? They want to see that. So from poking at this guy, fucking with this guy, because he flagged a video that you posted using his content. Well, you don't supposed to do that anyway. I know you have the Fair Use Act and shit like that. But of course, if you make fucking 5 videos a day talking shit about Anthony Joshua, then you use some of his content. If there's any way that he can fuck with you, he's going to fuck with you back. And that's what happened. So now I understand. So you guys, all you guys can understand when you do see his video, if you do watch Boxing Ego's content, it is not all garbage or nothing like that. But if you do watch it and he's talking a lot of shit about Anthony Joshua, you know why. You know, his video was flagged. That's the backstory, and he's been out for him ever since. But he's doing it the way he knows how, by. Okay, so that's that. But the video, the segment of the video that I let you guys listen to concerning Anthony Joshua, that's what he meant. You know, so for us that speaks proper English and comprehends shit, we can see what he meant. I had doubt in my ability before. Then I looked at the tapes. Then I'm going to work on the things I need to work on and get back in there. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Don't turn it into something that it's not. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this counterpunch about Anthony Joshua's video. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.